Rachel actually is on the line. She reached out to us. So Rachel met this guy at a wedding. They went on a date to a football game, which is a long date.
That's a risky move for a first date. It's a lot of time.
Well, you have to. I hope you have to know that the other person likes the sport or the game, or is interested in it, or wants to learn about it. But it's a long time to be locked down with somebody. So I guess they. Here's the thing that stood out to me. She says he's great, but I don't know why I haven't heard from him. For a while, he was responding to all my stories. But that stopped. My stories. Now, guys, I don't speak for all guys, but guys, if they read a story in a text, are scared of it.
Okay, first of all, she doesn't mean stories in a text. She means her Instagram stories.
Oh, when she said stories, I'm like, she's writing stories in her texts? I mean, that turns a guy off. I see a bunch of paragraphs in a text. Oh, no, red flag.
Meaning he's responding to her stories on Instagram.
Oh, Rachel, is that true? So he stopped responding to your stories on Instagram?
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, well, he was responding to all of my stories, and then now he's just kind of stopped responding to them.
Well, here I was coming in saying, oh, but the problem is your texts are too long. That's a red flag warning. And
no, I was not writing actual stories in text. That would be very funny, though.
Oh, well. Okay, so you leave me alone, Tanya. I'm working my way through it.
I really love you. You bless my heart in so many ways, truly.
All right, so happy to do so. Rachel, what is it about this guy that you liked him? You liked the football game. Everything was, you liked the guy, right? You're into him.
Yeah, we got along, like, we clicked so fast. Like, I feel like we have so much chemistry, and I think he's so great. He's so funny. So it's just, I don't know.
Well, did you post anything in your stories that would have turned him off?
Oh, look at him now using the term.
I mean, I don't think so, no. Like, I'll post, like, all kinds of, like, fun stuff on there, but I don't think, like, anything super crazy.
Because I don't know. Sometimes I'll look at people's stories, and I watch their stories, and I think they're having a better time than I am. That's annoying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but not if you're dating. If he's dating you, then he's going to be like, yeah, cool, she's fun. This looks like fun.
But how many times did you actually go out?
Just the one time, but we had kind of, like, DM'd on Instagram back and forth for a little while, and we had texted. And then, yeah, we went out to the game just the one time, and it was so much fun. It was great. And then, yeah, it was weird. It was like the very next day, pretty much. He just kind of seemed off.
All right. Here, I've made my notes. We're going to track him down, and we'll come back, and we will talk to him and see what we can find out. Okay, Rachel? His name is Jack, right?
Okay. Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hold on 1 second. So I think what we do is we get Jack, Patty, during the break here, and let's ask him if he was watching her stories and was turned off by something in her stories.
But she said chemistry. I noticed she said they had very intense chemistry. And I think if we learned anything from Temptation Island between Carl and Brittany is that sometimes magnetic chemistry doesn't last.
And also, somebody might think you have chemistry on one side and the other person doesn't feel it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I didn't realize we had lessons from Temptation Island ever.
Right.
But here, once again, wrong again. Red flag warning. All right, let's go. Jack is on the phone. So here's the deal. Rachel, let me tell her what's going on. Rachel, okay, be very quiet. We got Jack. We're going to talk to him right now and see if we can find out why he's blowing you off.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, Rachel meets Jack at a wedding. They go to a football game as a date. She says they have chemistry. By the way, Tanya's judging that, just so you know. She has judge face. She just judged the fact that he took you to a football game, which will come.
I don't love a football game for
put a pin in your
first date.
cushion on that.
Yeah.
And now he was responding to her stories, and now he has not. Okay, that's where we are. Rachel, be quiet. I'm going to talk to Jack now. All right. Hello, is this Jack?
Yeah, hello?
Hey, Jack, it's Ryan Seacrest. Thank you for holding on and coming on the air with us. How are you today?
Doing pretty good. How about yourselves?
Thank you for asking. I'm doing well, buddy. So, Jack, we're calling you specifically about a woman named Rachel that you went out with. Does that ring a bell?
Rachel, yeah. Why?
Well, kind of just forget that it's us and all of that for a second. How was the date with Rachel? You guys went to a game. How was the date?
Yeah, I mean, it went pretty good. We just went to the Cal Lutheran football game. We both went there, but I was a bit older, so I never actually bumped into her. And yeah, we went to that game. It was a pretty good time.
And afterwards, did you want to see Rachel again?
No, I don't think so. No.
And why not?
I mean, I don't know, man. It's just like, I don't know.
But so you didn't have what you thought was the connection.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that there wasn't a connection. It's just kind of weird. It's like, I just feel like she added me to her close friends on Instagram like right away, and like it was just after one date. So I don't know. I just thought that was kind of weird. And then she posts like a lot, like she's one of those girls that posts a lot, and then the pictures.
Well, let's talk about that, Jack. I'm curious. Let's talk about that. So she posts a lot. Did that turn you off?
Look, I got girls that add me on their close friends, and not all of them turn me off. Some of them turn me on, but for her specifically, it's just like, I don't know, man. This girl goes pretty hard. Like, yeah. She just goes hard.
Why are you responding to her stories then? If you're not interested, then why are you even responding to them in the first place?
I mean, it doesn't mean just because I'm responding to her stories I'm necessarily interested. I'm just kind of playing around with it and having fun. I mean, she posts some pretty outrageous.
But like what? What does she post that's outrageous that you're like, I don't want any part of this?
Just like her night out, and I don't know, just like going out, and honestly, I just see her get wasted. She gets mad wasted, and I don't think we really have that same kind of life and lifestyle. I'm not really that type of guy that likes to go out and just hardcore drink, get wasted out of my gut.
Okay, let me just tell you now, Jack, Rachel is on the phone. Before we go any further, Rachel is listening to this call, and Rachel has heard everything you just said. Rachel, would you like to respond to Jack?
Yeah, I would. I was not like that wasted. I don't go that hard. Okay, like I don't think this is fair at all.
Oh man,
I wasn't even that wasted.
So, Jack, she thought you guys had chemistry. She wanted to see you again, but clearly it was what she did and posted, it sounds like, afterwards that made you think you were not going to go out with her again. Am I right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Rachel, when you were posting, I'm assuming he's telling the truth, but when you were posting things, did you think that maybe someone like Jack might see it and say what he said?
Well, no. Like, I mean, I like to have fun with my girlfriends, and I like to, like, go out and, like, be a little crazy, but, like, I'm not, like, this huge party girl or something. Like,
Jack, were you jealous? Did you have envy?
I mean, of course, like, I don't want to sit there and see her, like, go all crazy out at the club because I already know what that leads to. But at the same time, like, do her thing. I literally went out with her once. I'm not, like, too attached to her, I guess.
All right, so,
like, we went out, we had so much fun, and now you're, like, not talking to me because I go to the club and get a little crazy with my girls? Like, seriously?
I mean, seriously, absolutely. I mean, imagine this in the long run. If we're having this type of issue right now and it's only been one date, imagine if me and you actually settle down and do all this stuff, and you want to have your little night out with your friends, and I'll be the understanding boyfriend that's like, okay, cool, go for it, and then boom, like, what are you gonna do? Not post it, but you're still doing it? Are you gonna remove me from your close friends? If you're doing it now, you're gonna sure as hell do it if things escalate to further between me and you.
Okay, Jack's a hard no for me.
Jack is a no for you, Rachel.
No for
Rachel's
me. No.
a no for Jack, and I don't even know if we need to keep volleying back and forth, right?
Yeah,
Tanya.
This is a remove him from your close friends. You guys don't need to be friends. You don't need pen pals. Let's just move on.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb and say there are other people out there for each of you that fit, and this is not a fit. And Jack, thank you for staying on. Rachel, thank you for reaching out. Lose each other's contacts.
Yeah. Best of luck, Rachel. Have fun partying.
Okay, thanks.
Bye, Rachel. Good luck, Rachel. Good luck, Jack. And Jack? What about Jack?
Judgy McJudgerson.
People assume what you post. People create the narrative. What you post can push people away.
Well,
stories. Write them down.
Push him away because Rachel can party. She can live her life the way she wants to live her life. Judge Judy Jack can think whatever he wants, and he can just mosey on down to another football game.
Okay. And add him to your former acquaintances list.